Expecting to get home. What? Crud, I'm in the live channel. Oh. Ready for a countdown. For Saturday morning RPG. 3, 2, 1, and here we go. So this is Saturday morning RPG. This is a game that I actually ran at the last RPG limit break. It is a indie RPG on Steam, and it is really broken for reasons they probably didn't intend. So we're going to go through fairly quickly. So this is just the beginning fights. You're scripted to lose these. Yeah. Okay, that sucks. You can sometimes get critted by that guy and die in one hit, so you don't have to get hit twice. Yeah, so we just lost. No big deal, you know. So we're actually in a dream sequence right now. It is Saturday morning. Yes, it is Saturday morning. Crud, I just realized. Yeah, it is. It is Saturday today. Okay, yeah. So this game's modeled after Saturday morning cartoons. And we are in a dream sequence of this really nerdy high school student by the name of Marty. And Marty is in this dream where his favorite Saturday morning cartoon villain, Commander Hood, has kidnapped his high school crush. And we also just did the first thing in this run that really breaks the game, by the way. But his high school crush is this really hot chick by the name of Samantha. She's this awesome looking redhead, and she's been kidnapped by the evil Commander Hood. So here in our dream, we've got to go save Samantha. And this guy, wearing a power glove, by the way, named the Wizard, just gave us a magical Trapper Keeper. And what that Trapper Keeper does is it gives us superpowers and turns everyday objects into superpowers. The main thing that we're going to be using is the multiplier. This game was originally actually an iPhone game. And whenever they ported it over to Steam, they put in this attack where you could charge up your next attack for the next turn by mashing your phone screen really quickly. They did not factor in how much faster you could mash on a keyboard than a phone. So we could build our multiplier up to like 8 something in a single turn. On top of that, if we get a righteous timing on all of our timed hits, it doubles the attack. So basically, we can one-shot almost everything in this game, and it was not designed to be like that. So we're going to build ourselves up to be a glass cannon and even one-shot bosses instead of, playing the game normally. But if I don't kill stuff in 1 or 2 turns, then I'll die. Because I'm going to have really low health and defense, because I'm not going to worry about leveling up.
Hey Cosmic, do you mind if I plug a couple of things real quick while you're doing the intro?
Yeah, go for it.
Alright, let me pull up my incentive list here.
For the record, this is the first boss fight already. We're only like 3 minutes in, but
Okay, I'll let you one-shot him real quick.
Well, we're actually already through the first 2 phases, so we just need to get the 3rd phase done here. And should just have 1 more shot left. Yep, there we go. That's the fight done. That was the first boss fight. And we level up our strength. Yeah.
Okay, so for the next incentive that I've been typing in the chat, It's Spiral Year of the Dragon Color Glitch. And you've got two choices. Right now, green is lead with $20, but you have red, black, pink, yellow, and blue that are at $0. So if you want to change that, go ahead and get your donations in. And we also have the La Mulana remake Bed War music for the classic music versus remake music. So if you want to hear some classic tunes for the remake soundtrack, also get your donations in for that.
Yeah, you guys better donate. That's a pretty cool stuff we've got coming up there, so we're going to enjoy it. Let's see. Oh, that guy's got 20 health and I did 18 to him. That's a little bit of a shame. Oh well. So the way magic works in this game is a little bizarre. So your magic meter counts down every single every time you do the mashing to build up your multiplier. However, every time you successfully block an attack, it gives you a little bit of magic back. So I try to meter out how much magic I have pretty consistently. So yeah. Okay. Boss did nothing on his first turn. So I barely got any magic back from this guy. But I should hopefully... Yep, so I've one-shotted his first phase by getting, you know, an over 8 times multiplier and then doubling by getting a righteous timing. So yeah, I just did 16 times my normal damage in a single turn. So yeah, that's why this game is broken. And why it's basically speedrunnable. And we are also only ever going to use single target attacks in this entire speedrun. Most RPG speedruns, ooh, that is a miss. That is a little annoying. I'm going to have to punch it again to build up my magic. Wait for my magic to just build. Achievements! He's only got 19 health left, so... you also only get a limited amount of items per game, but all your multi-target attacks in this game actually have a limit on how much damage they can do. So, as a result, we can't do all this fancy stuff. So I'm moving very carefully here. I've tried to... Got it! Okay. There are only a few pixels of movement that you can do there to skip that fight. Avoiding battles in this game is ultra important because you cannot run from battles. I'd call this baby's first RPG because you have so many options removed in some aspects. So yeah, you can't run from battles. So if you get in a battle, you have to fight it out. So if I have to do some slow overworld movement to skip a fight, it's worth it. Because I can't fall back on the safety of just skipping that fight. And taking extra fights will mess with my XP route also, so, you know. So that's why I did some kind of funky looking movement there. Let's see. Yeah, I want my strength upgraded. So what stats you upgrade every time you get a level is actually entirely random. Because, you know, that's entirely fair. Cutscene time. So this category is any % all episodes. So I guess I can explain that now. This game is divided into 5 episodes. So we're going to play through all 5 episodes. We're not going to do very many of the side quests. We're actually only going to do one side quest in the entire run because it gets us a really good weapon and it's a really quick side quest. Other than that, we're just going to basically be running straight through this game. However, you can play the episodes in any order you want. So it turns out the fastest order to play the episodes in for a speedrun is go through the episodes 1, 2, 4, 3, 5. So we'll be playing them slightly out of order. Also, if you see that doing scratch and sniff stickers at the beginning of every single fight. Those give you random buffs if you scratch them all off, and to be able to scratch them off, you have to rotate the joystick on your controller. And if you're sitting there thinking, wait, didn't you talk about using a keyboard earlier in the run? Yes, I actually played this game with controller and keyboard at the same time. Because, you know, that's an entirely normal thing to do in speedrunning. There we go. That guy's got 50 health and I did 52. That was just perfect. So this is our boss fight of episode 1, the final boss fight of episode 1. So as I said earlier, we're in Marty's dream. Samantha has been kidnapped by the evil Commander Hood and he's going to marry her. And in our dream, we got this magic trapper keeper that made us super powerful. And yeah, so we're going to defeat the bad guy from our favorite Saturday morning cartoon. And I'm going to hope that this works the way I want it to. For the record, I play this game. Let's see. Get the righteous timing. Yes, that is a one-shot on the boss. Okay, that is great. Whew, that is not easy. But I play keyboard with my right hand and controller with my left hand. And doing double inputs on the overworld actually makes you run slightly faster for some reason, so yeah, everything I'm doing double input. Episodes, next episode, Hoodwinked. So yeah, basically we just played through our dream, we defeated the evil Commander Hood from our favorite cartoon series, and we rescued our high school crush, Samantha. Except we wake up in the morning and we realize, wait, this trapper keeper from my dream is still on my bed. That's weird. I wonder if that will help us. So now the school bully is going to be bugging us here. Except we still have the trapper keeper from our dream, so guess what? We're still super powered, boys. School bully is not going to know what's going to hit him. Bye-bye. You're not bullying the nerds anymore. We just defeated him. Yeah. And we also accidentally knocked off a switch. So, the game's storyline, as it turns out, that our favorite villain from our favorite cartoon series, Commander Hood, actually exists in real life. And we accidentally hit a lever that was in the middle of the school bake sale, where he's been hiding a gigantic laser in our school. And we activated his laser early. So his plans of taking over the world have just been partially foiled. But he still wants to blow up everything with a giant laser. So now we've got to figure out how to defeat all of his cronies and turn off the laser. So we go to our best friend, the other nerd of the school, whose name is Matt, who's really smart with technology stuff. And we go ask him, yo, dude, how are we going to get rid of the laser? And he tells us, hit the off switch. You know, I'm not going to argue that logic. Sure, we'll hit the off switch. So we're going to fight our way to the laser control room so that we can hit that off switch and turn the laser back off. You know, story. You know, story is important in this game, right? You know. So, let's see, I've got to go, there's a little maze here that I've got to go through the cafeteria because the bad guys messed with, there we go. I have to be really careful getting to that door and so as to not trigger a fight. And I have to make sure to talk to this kid that accepts the next side quest that I said that I was going to do to get a really awesome weapon. So, yeah, we accepted the side quests there by talking to the kid. Not going to argue with that, Peapot Dot. So you always want to take out the white stormtroopers first because they could heal the other guys, which is annoying. I just like being able to, you know, not have the enemies be able to heal themselves. So, by the way, the side quest that we just accepted was that another one of the school kids was like, "Yo, man, another guy by the name of, I forget the guy's name, stole my baseball cards. Can you get my baseball cards back?" And we're like, "Yeah, sure." So we're going to beat up on the other school bully now to get the baseball cards back. Ooh, that is rough. So I just had my accuracy decreased. Well, that attack missed, so his accuracy isn't that great. Okay, we got him in one shot. And my speed is decreased also. These black stormtroopers give you status effects that are entirely random. And my strength is now decreased. And he just increased his own speed. Thank you. Whatever. We'll get through it. So yeah, as I said, oh yeah, Blake's the other bully's name. So we're going to beat up on Blake now to get the baseball cards back. Like I said earlier, the Magic Keeper that we got turns everyday objects into powerful weapons. So we've got this old laser disc that we've been using, that we throw it and it does massive amounts of damage. Whenever we get all the baseball cards back, Henry, the kid that had his baseball cards stolen, was like, "Thanks for getting my baseball cards back. Here, you could have one." And so that is our newest item, and the baseball card will increase. Oh, that is a really awesome. I want that. What's that one? Okay, I want that. So which stickers you get are always entirely random, so changing those around is always fun. You never know what you're going to get. We also had bought another item, second cookie, that's just for some safety later in the game. Ooh, I accidentally triggered a fight. That's a shame. But like I said, the Magic Keeper turns everyday objects into super powerful objects. So the Magic Keeper turns the baseball cards into a real baseball bat. And yeah, baseball bat does more damage than the laser disc. However, it's got a much harder timing, so unless it's absolutely necessary, I'm going to be using the laser disc still anyway. The other thing is that you can only use one item 3 times at most in a single fight. So I can only use the laser disc 3 times per fight. I can only use the baseball bat 3 times per fight, so that will give me an extra 3 attacks that I can do per fight, so makes stuff a little bit safer. There's also enemies in episode 3 that are immune to the baseball bat. I mean, not the baseball bat, to the laser disc. They don't take damage from it. Ooh, that is annoying. With number 2. I still need to get that multiplier back up a little bit. There we go. So, we'll be using the baseball bat a lot during that. Go through the door. Thank you very much. So, we're almost to the end of episode 2. Also, one thing that I do love about episode 2, it's got possibly, like, just one of my favorite moments of a game going, "I absolutely hate you," that I've ever came across in a video game. The boss fight in this area will actually have 2 enemies at the same time. Okay, sweet. And if I kill them out of order, and I'm not kidding about this at all, if you kill them out of the recommended order of the 2 bosses, of the 2 enemies, ooh, that's another whiff. Thank you, game. The one will just resurrect the other and insta-kill you. It's possibly my favorite, just the game flipping the bird at the player that I've ever come across. So... yeah. This game, you know, I only run very fair games that are very nice to the player. You know, that Shadow Dancer run was entirely nice in every situation. This game is entirely fair in every situation also. There we go. So like I said earlier, the baseball bat's more powerful than the laser disc. Oh, whoops. If you noticed earlier with the laser disc, it was taking 5-time multiplier to kill the blue shock troopers here. With the baseball bat, it only takes about 3-something multiplier. However, to get the righteous timing on the correct timed hit on the baseball bat, the window is much smaller than on the CD. It's only a few frames now. So, if at all possible, I prefer this laser disc just because it makes my life a little easier. There we go. I'm going to have to hit him once, and I should have enough magic build up there. Yeah. So if I get a righteous timing with the baseball bat, I should kill him. There we go. And yes, I want more magic. There we go. And it's final fight before the boss fight. So you'll see, here we have a robot for the first time as an enemy. Robots in this game are immune to technology-based attacks, which includes our laser disc. So that's why I picked up the baseball bat earlier. So I've got another option on how to defeat any robot enemies. That being said, Episode 3 has only robot-based enemies, pretty much. There are a few normal enemies, but very few. So, Episode 3, the baseball bat will be used all the time. Ooh, did not get him. I might be able to get him. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I was able to get the righteous timing on the second uncharged hit. And here we go to boss fight of episode 2. Now, like I said, so these are our teachers. They're the accounting teachers at the high school. And it turns out that they're secret agents of Commander Hood. And they've been guarding the laser for Commander Hood the entire time because everybody knows accounting teachers are evil. I hope that we see it, because I don't know if we will. These guys have my favorite attack in the game. Them being the accounting teachers, they have an attack that they don't hurt you. They just steal your money. Okay, so that did not kill. So I'm going to have to recharge again. Hit him with the baseball bat a second time. Yep, the one is named Benjamin, and the other one is named Nagimabib? I don't know how you pronounce that. So yeah, he just, instead of hurting me, he just took $25. Because, you know, accounting teachers are evil people. They take your money. There we go. Nimajeb. So there we go. We defeated the evil accounting teachers. We hit the off switch. And this other team of superheroes just comes in and was like, yo, we were coming here to defeat Captain Hood also, but you beat us to the punch. And they are about the worst superhero team ever. My favorite is, obviously, the ninja is a reference to Shadow from Final Fantasy V. No, Final Fantasy VI. And hey, let me play the episode. Thank you. And he is blind and deaf and just shouts randomly. And they just have him on the team because they figure he looks intimidating.
Hey, Cosmic, do you mind if I just say a few more things real quick while we start episode 3?
Sounds good.
Just to remind y'all, you're watching the Bring 'em Over Marathon. It's an online marathon between Chrissy and Cassio III, AGDQ 2018. Cassio is the Mega Man 3 specialist who comes out of Brazil, and Chrissy is pretty much the everything specialist they have from Germany, even a teeth smashing specialist. And they're going to be in the Mega Man 1 through 3 relay coming up at AGDQ 2018. I also want to remind people how to donate. You can either use the donate link at the bottom, or you can use exclamation point donate to donate as well. And we've got some great incentives coming up. You can also use exclamation point incentives to see those. So with that, I'm going to kick it back over to Cosmic for episode 3.
Yep. So we're actually on episode 4 right now. So like I said earlier, we can play the episodes in any order we want. We do want them. So we are going to beat every episode, but we are going to play them a little out of order here because as it turns out, we get some really nice leveling from episode 4, and it's actually got weaker enemies than episode 3 for some reason. So we're just going to do episode 4 first, which will allow us to beat episode 3 quicker. So this game, being a parody of Saturday morning cartoons, this is the obvious Christmas episode. And now Commander Hood has stolen all the Christmas presents in town. So we are now in Antarctica, where he has taken over Santa's base of operations and has taken back everybody's presents. So we're going to go track Commander Hood down and be like, yo! That's not fair, man! Give everybody their presents back. So, that's storyline at the moment. What's even better is that at the end of this episode, Commander Hood's like, I'll never be evil again, sorry, where? And then we go back to episode 3 where he's evil again. So let's see. I want that. There is a specific order I want to do these in. 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh. And 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, there we go. So, yeah, that's a really annoying puzzle. Whenever you turn one, it turns everything around it. Fortunately, you only have to do that puzzle once. So I have notes, obviously, on what the correct order is to do that in. And I had thought that I had misclicked something, but I actually hadn't, so everything went out alright. And I've just been paralyzed. That's perfect, so I might not be able to attack next turn. We got an attack off anyway, even though we were paralyzed. And we were paralyzed. So I wasn't able to mash and build up my multiplier. There we go. But episode 4 is actually really quick, because all we need to do is go to the base of operations and steal the presents back, and then give them back to people. Okay. So we're actually almost done with episode 4 already. It is incredibly short. Let's see, I do want my defense increased. So yeah, we're already to the final boss fight of episode 4. And after this, we'll just have to be doing fetch quests to give back all the presents that were stolen. So, here we are, facing off against Commander Hood himself. In real life, not in our dreams this time. And he has a gun. I think that's unfair. And he has a sword. I think that's also unfair. Whatever, I just one-shotted him with an old laser disc. It's all good. And that was a ton of experience points we just got from him. So we'll get an extra level up before a certain boss in episode 3 now, thanks to that. And that'll make that boss fight way easier. So now I've just got to go back to town. I've got a few fights on the way. These guys, these are the boss's underlings. And I've got to hand it to them. So we just one-shot the evil Commander Hood. One-shot him. And all of his underlings are like, yo, did you just see that our boss got defeated in one hit? Yeah, dude, that guy must be really strong. Let's try to beat him anyway. So, yeah, we've got to fight these guys. I've got to really hand it to them. They're really loyal to their boss, even after we defeated him. Okay, and got him. Also, by the way, that graph makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. If you've noticed that graph after every single fight, it makes absolutely no sense.
Yo, Cosmic, we actually got a donation if you don't mind.
Sweet!
Teapot Don donated $10. Yo, this speedrun is totally radical, dude. Put 5 towards Spyro Pink color glitch and 5 towards Long Mulana classic music. You got it, bud.
Nice. I think those are some solid choices, my man.
And I will agree, this speedrun is totally radical.
If anybody ever wants to run this game or mess with it, it is usually on Steam. It's on Steam, and it is very often on sale, so... Just note that you can only run this game once a day because of the insane amount of mashing that you have to do with every single fight, and, so, funny story. You know, I'm doing all this mashing on keyboard every single, fight, basically. For RPG Limit Break, whenever I ran this game there, in like the month and a half leading up to this, to my run at RPG Limit Break, I was practicing this game almost daily. And just from the amount of mashing that I was doing on a keyboard, I actually was starting to get noticeable muscular development in my right arm. In my right arm only, just from the insane amount of mashing I was doing. Like doing 1 or 2 runs of this game every day for like a month and a half. So, it was kind of funny. So here we go. We're back in town, and we've got all of the presents. And we've just got to give back 20-some presents. 21 gifts that were stolen. So, I actually do this in a semicircular pattern here. I just opened that box, even though I don't like the item inside, because it gives me 25 experience points also whenever I get the item. And so, I'm just, you know, kind of going around, talking to these guys in a semi-specific order. Oh! There we go. If you walk away too quickly, you actually don't deliver the present. And you can walk away in mid-conversation, and they just stop talking to you, so if you... like, I guess they do in real life, you know, if someone's talking to you, you just start walking away. They generally stop talking, so... This game's realism is, you know, off the charts. Oh yeah, so those are the school bullies that we beat up earlier. We also gave them back their presents that they had stolen. So I actually did this pattern in giving all the presents back because there is a story trigger where you need to go to a specific spot on the screen, and it literally, the spot that you have to go back to just happens to be the exact spot where that final guy is standing that I talked to. So there is a funny understory running in this entire game. So you actually go to the school with the Dream Bears. Obviously kind of a parody of the Care Bears. Or are they? Actually, I think they're called the Courtesy Bears. And again, being like a Saturday morning cartoon. And throughout the entire game, they go to great lengths to tell you that they're Jewish and that they don't celebrate Christmas. And that all bears are Jewish. And there are no bears that celebrate Christmas. And it all leads up to that entire joke where we met Santa there, who thanked us for giving us back the presents, who turns out to be a bear. So as it turns out, no, they're not. There are bears that apparently celebrate Christmas. So, to make it up for, to Commander Hood, we gave him a playset of his base. And, at Santa's request. And now he's like, "Aw, that's so sweet. Thank you. I'm never going to be evil again." And we go back in time to episode 3, where the entire storyline of episode 3 is that Commander Hood is giving drugs. This drug called Powertron to these Transformers knockoffs that makes them super strong. So we're at the Shadow Valley High drug rally, listening to LeBouf the crime dog tell us that drugs are bad, and then the evil Transformers, the Autobot ripoffs, come into our school and are like, "No, drugs are cool, man. If you don't give us more drugs, we're going to blow up the dam." And we're like, "Where'd you get the drugs from, Commander Hood?" "Oh, okay." So we're going to, so now we're going to be fighting a bunch of Autobots. So, you know, real good job on your never going back on being evil again, there, Commander Hood. Ooh, that stinks. So yeah, all the Autobots in this game are immune to the laser disc, so we just have to hit them like that. Also, if they transform into a car, yep, he did. It's kind of funny. He's like, the school bully's like, "Hey nerd, I wasn't finished with you after that last fight. You cheated. I'm going to get you again." And then he gets run over. We're just like, okay, fine. So, you know, that's the end of that fight. By the way, whenever the Autobots transform back into a car, they can only take 1 damage per turn. Oh yeah, by the way, hi Billy, how's it going? Oh, you're sitting by this DeLorean with an 88 on it. I wonder what that reference is. Oh, here's Stanley the janitor from UHF. If you've ever seen, if you know that movie, UHF by Weird Al, greatest movie of all time. There's a guy in it named Stanley, who's a janitor. So our school janitor is also named Stanley. And his most important thing in life is his mop. Whatever. So, here we go. So now we're going to the Jean-Claude Van Damme. Like, that's literally the name. The name of the dam is the Jean-Claude Van Damme. So, this is the dam that the Autobots are suggesting that they're going to blow up if they don't get their drugs. So we've got a boss here that's going to try to stop us. we're going to try to one-shot him. There we go, got a righteous defense off. And yeah, we just one-shot the boss. There we go. So, here we go through, and also I'm assuming all the workers are parodies of minions, except they never sleep and are all drink insane amounts of coffee. Also, tiny shout out. If you see the pop machines in the back, they are selling Vince D. Cola. And that is actually a reference that maybe not everybody's going to catch. So, Vince D. Cola, real name, Vince D. Cola, was the guy that composed all the music for the Transformers movie. The 80s Transformers cartoon movie. So, little shout out to him there. With the soda machines. Let's see. Right. Here we go. So these little floating orbs are kind of annoying and kind of awesome. So whenever you defeat them, they explode and do damage to all surrounding enemies. So they're going to do enough damage to all the other enemies around them. Now whenever it's just a group of these floating orb guys, they're going to do enough damage to the other guys that I will not need to use the multiplier on the other turrets and just hit them with the laser disc. And as you saw, those two did so much damage whenever they exploded that they actually killed the third guy off for me. So, that's kind of handy. Also, there's a bunch of signs of this factory, this dam, that say, if you fall asleep, you'll die. Which is a warning to all the workers. Which is why they're so addicted to caffeine and drinking coffee. And none of them have slept in months. Let's see. Hopefully... Yep! Sweet! Okay. Hey, get back on your hoverboard. Wait, where's... There we go. Okay. Yeah. Ladders are annoying. I do not like ladders. So these enemies are giant missile heads. They've got a special power that they get this aggravated meter. And if their aggravation meter goes all the way up to 100%, the missile on top explodes and they just die immediately. So we'll hope that some of them get all the way up to that 100% meter instead of having to fight them all. And that they just take care of themselves. But if they don't, you know, then we'll just get rid of them the old-fashioned way. Okay.
So, Cosmic, we've got some new viewers in here, so I'm just going to go step real quick if that's okay.
Sounds good.
Okay, so, hello everybody. This is Bring 'em Over, a online marathon to raise money to bring speedrunners, Chrissy and Cassio the third, Chrissy from Germany, Cassio from Brazil, 2018, for the classic Mega Man Relay Race. You know, I'm going to talk a little bit about the Mega Man 1 and 1 through 3 Relay in general. It's the first Mega Man Relay that gets a lot of runners in it. So Cassio, Chrissy, Colonel Fatso, Cool Kid, Cypher, Dutch Fist, and many others. But the one of the real cool things is, I don't know if you've ever heard of Chrissy's smashing. lot of us want to see it. We want to see it live. Like I said earlier, I tried to keep Smash and can't figure it out. So I'd like to see how the pro does it. And just a couple things that are coming up after Saturday Morning RPG. We got Predator. And some incentive is the Spyro Year of the Dragon color glitch. Right now, green is in the lead with $20, and pink is a second at $5. But there's red, black, pink, green, yellow, and blue. So if you want to see any of those colors in that, feel free to donate. La Mulana's coming up. La Mulana's Bid War coming up as well. It's the classic music versus the remake music. And also we've got some other naming incentives like Zelda 2, Mario Tennis, Undertale, Chrono Trigger. You can name characters in that. One of my favorite incentives is the Rockin' Cats anime versus cartoon bit war, which I thought I'd kind of throw out now, even though it's not for a while, because we are watching a Saturday Morning RPG right now. And which is like the most, as P-Pop said, it's the totally radical run. And I love that. So, you know, if you want to donate, like I said earlier, it's New Year's !donate, or click that donate link there at the bottom.
Yeah, thank you guys. Please donate. We need to get Prissy and Cassio over here. It's expensive international flights. I know how expensive it is. Me living in Ecuador, it was very expensive for me coming to RPG Limit Break and Buckeye Speed Bash last year. International flights are insane, so please help them out. We want to see these guys during the Mega Man Relay. Everybody wants to see these guys in the Mega Man Relay. Please help out. Also, yeah, by the way, yellow Transformers are different than the red Transformers, as they also could inflict status ailments on us, so they're a little bit more annoying than the Transformers that we've been seeing. But we're almost to the most annoying encounter in the game, where we'll just be facing 3 red Transformers. And all the Transformers have a move where if they turn into a car, they can only take 1 damage per turn. So hopefully they won't be stuck in this car animation whenever I get to that fight of just 3 Transformers, 3 Autobots. Because that would be really annoying. So. Saw how many turns I had a bird just waiting for that guy. Whenever there's 3 of them that can do that, it gets annoying. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Yeah, okay. So, getting through, and almost went the wrong way. You know, totally normal thing to do. Yeah. There we go. Okay. This run is actually going really well right now. So, hopefully we won't get trolled too much by those guys. Hopefully. Nor the final boss. Final boss in this game is very difficult. But I'm very happy with how this run's went so far. Yeah, we just got another Autobot here. Being a jerk, he stayed in defensive mode. Now he's not in defensive mode, so it's time to bring the pain! I really wish that this game didn't limit how much damage you could do with, yeah, so here's the most annoying attack of the game. Most annoying encounter of the game. 3 guys that are all can go into defensive mode. Okay, so there we go. Just going to partially build my charge. Going to burn a turn by eating a cookie. Burn another turn by eating a cookie. Another charge. There we go. So these guys have both went into... Oh. Alright, so we got one of them. We made the right choice. So now we just got to get this guy out of defensive mode and we'll be able to finish him off. Unfortunately, I need to build my magic meter a little bit back up here before I can increase my damage multiplier and take him out. But there we go. Most annoying encounter of the game over. Okay. You know, I was talking about something before that encounter and I completely forgot what I was going to say. Oh, good. Whatever. Okay, so here we go. Here is the most actual... This is actually the second most dangerous fight of the game. This mid-boss can one-shot us if we do not time our defense correctly. So, he's going to do this ultra-powerful laser build-up. And so we punch him twice to time out, getting our multiplier up to 9.9 times. We got a good defense off, so he did not one-shot us. And now, since he is down for 3 turns, we just one-shot him. So there we go. That is the second most dangerous fight in the game, and we just got through basically really easily. Now we just got to get rid of the serve bots back here. They're going to hit us over and over with lasers. It's all fine. There we go. Yeah, but I was really happy about actually making the correct choice of that coin flip. I'm going to increase my speed. That'll increase the amount of turns I can take per battle. Whenever you upgrade, you actually only upgrade your health and one other stat. And it's random which stats you can choose to upgrade. Also, little mini puzzle here. Get through that just fine. And we actually, if you notice, there's 2 different arrows. There are 2 different options on what direction you can go. And the bottom option is to destroy all the drugs that are left in town. Or going up is fighting the boss while he's jacked out on Power Trod and is twice as powerful as normal. Destroying the drugs is slow whenever we could one-shot him anyway, so we're going to one-shot him. And I really need to... Okay, got over 8 times. I need to get over 8 times on the first turn. Need to get the righteous defense to do a little bit of damage to him. And... Yes! Oh my goodness, he has 80 health. So that was absolutely perfect. I did 10 damage by reflecting the attack, 73 damage, and that was... That boss is so annoying. So getting him out that quick is super good. Oh man, because on his 5th turn, he flies away. And whenever he flies away, he can stay off screen and unattackable and completely invulnerable for a random amount of turns. So I want to get rid of him before that. So, and we successfully got rid of him before he flew off screen. So yeah, that is a giant weight off my shoulders right there. And now we're to episode 5, the final episode of the game. So, the whole point of this episode is that the other superhero guys that are part of our team tell us, hey, by the way, we found out why Commander Hood was evil in the first place. It turns out that he wasn't actually all that evil. There is a guy called the Financer that was paying him to be evil. And since Commander Hood turned good in episode 4, the Financer has declared that he is going to destroy the world, and he's got a giant space station hovering outside of Earth that is so big that they at first thought it was a moon. I don't know where on Earth they got that idea. And it's got a ton of nuclear missiles pointed at Earth, and he's going to destroy Earth in a few minutes. So we need to get up to the space station as quick as possible and blow it up first. No idea where they got this idea for the story at all. By the way, I don't know if you noticed in the background, you actually could see the shuttle that we were supposed to be going on right beforehand. And in the first scene, the shuttle was green, and now it's blue. Because, you know, that makes sense. Also, by the way, if you remember Samantha from the beginning of the game, how she's our high school crush, we get to the space station, and it turns out that she's actually a super secret agent that's also the guitarist in a rock band that's been going to our school to hide her identity. So, yeah, you know. So now we've got these totally not stormtroopers that we have to defeat on our way to the final boss. Yeah, totally not the Death Star. Totally not. No similarities to it whatsoever. Also, these guys, they're kind of the opposite of the finance teacher, the accounting teachers that we saw in episode 2, because they not only attack us, but whenever the black stormtroopers attack us, they also give us money. So they're the opposite of the finance teachers that took our money. These guys just give us money. We can get through the run without making any shopping trips, so it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. It's not useful in any way, but we're making money by fighting these guys, because they're just flat out giving us money right now. It hurts us whenever they give us money, and if you get all philosophical, you know, maybe money is pain, but... it's pretty logical. Pretty logical. So before we can blow up this totally not the Death Star, we have to hit 3 switches that are hidden around. So we're going to hit all the switches now and then go to the final boss. Yeah, I would too. I totally would take money for a little bit of damage. Oh, that is annoying. I think there's 5 lifts now. And the red stormtroopers could bring in extra enemies, so... In the extra turn he survived due to the whiff, he brought in an extra enemy. Whatever. Bogus! Bogus! Okay, there we go. Okay, sweet. So something that we haven't used yet, which I will probably, unless RNG treats me very well, I'll probably wind up having to use in the final boss fight. You can actually restart a fight anytime you want in a game. You just pause the game and restart battle, and you go back to the beginning of the battle, and everything's reset. So, we're going to be trying to get a specific status effect on the final boss, and if he doesn't get that status effect, then we'll just restart the fight really quickly. So, thankfully, even though that's the final big point of RNG in the run, thankfully the RNG is slightly negated. Makes it a little bit more marathon safe. And nice, he did not call in any more recruits. And let's get out of here. Hit that trigger zone before the screen even fades back in. And yeah, please. Go along this wall, go up, and... Okay, so there's the final switch right up by this guy, so we'll defeat this enemy, and be on our way to the final boss. All things considered, this run went pretty well so far, but approaching the final checkpoint of RNG. There's still some final fight encounters in the boss fight room, so this isn't our last encounter, but we're getting there. Take out this last serve bot and... Boom. Okay. Okay, sweet. So we've hit all three switches. All three safety switches. So we are going to blow this station to bits. So it can no longer destroy Earth. But I've got to get through these stormtroopers first. They're actually called Draco troopers. So one of the developers in this game is was Dracogen, one of the companies that had involvement in it. So Draco troopers, in honor of them. Let's see. I want to take out the black trooper first because he has more health than the white one. So I can take out this white one with only about a 3-time multiplier. There we go. And this guy, well, you gotta stay in my way. Yeah, I don't see any resemblance either. At this space station that looks like a moon, I don't see any resemblance to any other piece of media either. Except maybe Star Trek. Star Trek. Best Animaniacs episode ever. Star Trek. This is a valid point. This is a valid point. Okay, if I do the baseball bat and get a righteous type beat, I can one-shot this guy still. Got it! Okay. Final room. And because, you know, this game's, like, not nice enough, here's another final encounter that it throws at you before the final boss. 4.7 should be enough. Hopefully these guys won't call in a bunch of recruits, because red stormtroopers could call in recruits. And the more enemies they call in, the slower this fight will be. Ooh, well then. That was my fault. I'm actually just going to focus on a different enemy. And let that guy be my punching bag for later. Hey, Brian, what do you want to do tonight? Same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world. Yeah, whatever. Heal yourself, I don't care. So you've already called in one other guy. Yeah, you called in 2 guys. Whatever. He's only got 25 HP left. Even with this low of a multiplier, should be able to take him out with the baseball bat if I get a Rage's timing. Yep, got it. Go ahead and eat a cookie to get some health back. Should be able to take this guy out with a baseball bat. There we go. Time for the biggest gate of RNG in the game. So, if you've noticed, we've used the multiplier a ton to get through the fact that we are really underleveled. This boss has the ability to remove our multiplier. So what I want to do is get a status effect of paralysis on him before he tries to do that, and that way I'll be able to get through the fight just fine. So hopefully no paralysis. Yeah, your multiplier is useless against my zapper, whatever. Let's try this again. No paralysis, okay. I'm just going to restart. This is why this game is very annoying for trying to grind out attempts. I think I had to redo this fight like 6 times at RPG Limit Break. You know what? I'm just going to go nuts. Yeah! We just beat his first phase without making him without getting him into paralysis. That, like, never works. I just looked at the turn order and thought, you know what, I bet he won't have a chance to hit me again before he tries his paralysis. I'm just gonna go for it. Oh my goodness. Well. That worked out pretty nice. So, second phase. He's got 40-some HP left. There we go. We got him down. Now it's just his cronies left. So I'm going to eat a cookie. Get some health back. Take out this guy. Yeah, it wasn't quite the one shot, but it worked. It worked. We are in there. There we go! So this is not time yet. We still need to escape the blowing up space station. We've got 3 minutes to do it before it blows up. But we've hit the button and we've defeated the Financer who was going to defeat us. Also, it turns out that magic Trapper Keeper that we've got, he was the guy that invented it. So whenever he dies, we're going to become even more powerful, which is supposed to lead up to a sequel or a 6th episode, but it hasn't come yet. So yeah. By the way, if we take the wrong path through this maze, we have to deal with some extra explosions. So, we'll just, you know, take the correct path to get through here. And almost. Time! That is final time. We destroyed the space station and blew it up before all the missiles hit Earth. And Samantha got off the station also with us. And so our crush is a secret agent that's also the guitar player in a rock band. And she also just broke up with the school bully Billy, and yeah. Both Commander Hood and the Financer are defeated, and yeah, that's game, man. So, anybody mind giving me my final time? Because according to just my calculations, it seemed really close to world record.
1:10:32.
That is world record.
Wow.
That is world record. Yes!
World record here on Bring 'em Over. Congratulations, man.
Thanks for having me. That was a blast. So if Fap is ready, I guess I'm out of here. That is awesome. World record on marathon.
We did it, Reddit.
We did it.